What is gonna what is gonna body? John for the Pokemon Council here. So but I kind of just woke up and kind of late, so I apologize. So I got three Pokemon Showdown RU relays for you guys. This is actually a suspect test. I've not really taken part in the suspect test. I just wanted to play some RU. Which suspect testing is going on for Venomoth. I don't really know if Venomoth's been moving up or moving down. I never really knew Venomoth was a prominent figure in the RU tier. But, yeah, apparently he's being suspect tested, but like I said, I don't really care about the voting. I just wanted to play some RU. So I have 3 replays for you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. So, on my side, apparently we have an invisible Crispy, which is this Druddigon. It's apparently a part of Ghost type now, because you can't see it. But on my side, we have a pretty cool little team. We have a Durant Jellicent, Flygon, a Houndoom, Hitmonlee, and a Electros. And there's Crispy the Druddigon. He decided to pop on and back into reality. He stopped using Phantom Force and came back so everybody can see him. So anyway, so sort of an Electros business that's sort of like my dedicated lead, because, you know, can Volt Switch if I need to, and a lot of people tend to lead with things that aren't really very, I guess, strong, more bulky. So I went for the Volt Switch, even though we did have a Gastrodon, but had nothing to really hit this Druddigon, and I figured I could Volt Switch to get out of dodge. So I'm going to switch into my Jellicent, since I can take the Crispy's hit quite easily. Jellicent, he's gonna get the rocks up, which is a good move. Goes for the Sucker Punch, and I completely derped on Sucker Punch. I was like, oh, he's gonna nothing hit me. Oh shit, Sucker Punch, I forgot they carry that. So I'll go for the Wisp to burn him to hell. Dragon Tail, still do some decent amount. I'm not physically, I'm especially defensive. Go right up to my Flygon, which I am actually going to go and I think I U-turn or did I Dragon Tail? No, I default get the rocks off the field because I don't want these rocks on the field because they hurt my Houndoom. So it's right into the Jellicent. Goes to the Toxic. That was kind of a dumb move on my part, but I had nothing else in my team I really want to get Toxic, because at least Jellicent has Recover and Lefty, so it has the recovery to counteract the Toxic damage, whereas my other Pokemon don't, outside of Flygon, which has Roost. So he's going to switch into Druddigon, and I went for the Wisp, so it was a smart move on his part to go ahead and bring in the Pokemon that's already burned. So we switch out into the Flygon. He's going to try to Sucker Punch to kill the Jellicent, but I'm not going to let Jellicent die because he still has, or she still has utility. Goes to Sucker Punch, and I actually go for the Dragon Tail, killing the Crispy, and just reveals that he's the douchey Rough Skin Rocky Helmet set. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, so he's going to do the Braviary, and I'm not saying against the Braviary, that would be completely stupid. Going with the Jellicent, and he's going to Sky Attack, freaking Power Herb, kill Jellicent, which that was, damn, pretty fucking cool. So Electro's going to come in, he's going to switch into his Gastrodon. I predicted that, sort of, with her Flamethrower. I didn't really fully predict it, but I do have the Giga Drain to sap some energy off this Gastrodon. It's going to Toxic to me. That's what Gastrodon does. It just Toxic Stall, really. So I believe I predict the switch into the Shiny Garbodor, which Shiny Garbodor looks pretty cool. Go for the Volt Switch, and I end up going to my Houndoom. Houndoom has a lot of utility against me, making just outgo a lot of stuff. Go to the Protect, and I go for the Dark Pulse. Now, this Houndoom doesn't have Sucker Punch, I know, but it's sort of like a Destiny Bond with Taunt, just a nice little anti-lead Houndoom as well. So it's like I do know Sucker Punch is very good Houndoom, but I kind of want an anti-lead just to have a taunter. So it's gonna protect, go to the Durant. Durant can really set up all over his face, but he does have the Typhlosion, which I kind of wanted to bait in, and I went for the Home Claws anyway, where I could have just gone for the Superpower. It doesn't damage the Typhlosion. I don't know why I went for Home Claws, but I'm gonna Heart Switch out into the Houndoom, predicting the Eruption, and get that nice and powerful Flash Fire boost. Going to Dark Pulse. That Typhlosion ain't gonna do much against me. He's gonna Roar, which is kind of weird to see that at Typhlosion, but hey, I guess the phase is always good. Here, I should have predicted the Gastrodon, but I went for T-Bolt because I didn't want to play around with the threat, but that was something that I really was coming, was the Gastro. But I'm going to Volt Switch, predicting thing. Okay, he's not going to stay in, but he's going to stay in, try to Earth Power an Electros, like, Okay, why would you do that? And I could just killed him, and that would have lessened my toxic damage. But of course, I didn't think he was staying against my Electros, knowing that I had the Giga Drain. So it's gonna go into the Mega Bayonet. It's gonna Sucker Punch me. Okay, I'm not 19%, but Electro still has some utility. And actually, no, I do die to the toxic, but I want to get damage with the Bayonet because I have a plan. I have a plan. It's going to Destiny Bond, Houndoom, it's going to Dark Pulse. I knew it was going to Destiny Bond. I let my Houndoom die on purpose because I did have a plan. I had a plan, Stan, and all this. So I go with my Hitmonlee. And yes, Hitmonlee is Unburdened Fake Out normal gem. And that flinches him. And I go straight for the high jump kick. And that's 1 HP. I got a low damage roll. I got a low damage roll. I did calc that. I'm going to pause this. I did calc that. And it would have OHKO if I didn't get a high jump kick to a bravery. I'm guessing this is not sub bulk up. I don't really know. He didn't show the sub bulk up. And I'm just going on the fact that I got a low damage roll because it would have done like freaking like 79 above. So it's like it really was a low damage roll. So it's unfortunate for me because that was what I was really going to win with was the Hitmonlee. But, oh well, I still have 2 mons left. I go for the U-turn to kill off the Braviary because Flygon is still a fast piece of shit. And I go to my Durant here to bait in the Typhlosion, knowing that he's going to come in. I can now hard switch out into the Flygon. Flygon can easily eat up Typhlosion's hits for days, especially if he's going to go for Eruption. I don't see why. Anyway, so he goes to the Wisp and misses. It's kind of like, why? I go for the Roost to heal off my damage. And Typhlosion Wisp is a very weird Typhlosion set. It definitely is a very weird set for Typhlosion. I've never thought I'd see a Typhlosion set like that. But to its own. And I just go on Arsenal and the Durant goes to the Infestation. It's like, well, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. So I go straight for the Home Claw. No, I go for Iron Head. I don't know why I didn't go for Home Claws. I guess I predicted him to switch into Typhlosion so I can maybe kill Typhlosion with the Iron Head. I think that's what happened. But anyway, so now I go for the Home Claw so I can raise my accuracy up. So my hustle is pretty much null and void. And he's going to pretty much try to Infestation stall me, which is kind of annoying in my opinion. But the Iron Head is going to take him down to 20%. Infestation again. Here, I believe he protects, I think, if I remember correctly, which is a pointless play, really, because you're not living another Iron Head. Infestation is not going to kill me this turn. Definitely not going to kill me. And the Life Warp will kill me, I believe. Yeah, it will. It does kill me, but that was a pointless protect. I guess so that way my life would kill me. But I have a Flygon that can eat up the Typhlosion hits. And I don't know why he's going for Eruption when he's at 19%. So I missed the Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail is my best move to hit Typhlosion with. So I can kill him as fast as possible. Eruption again. It's like, okay, why are you going for Eruption? Don't you have like Fire Blast? That would do more damage. If you're in Blaze range, that would definitely do more damage than a fucking Eruption would. And I guess he's giving up on this because that just did nothing and we kill it with a Dragon Tail. So GG Gil Gatling. And I say GG, guy doesn't answer back. No, I'm not going to answer back because, you know, I'm a douche. Anyway, on to replay number 2. So same team. My opponent here has a pretty spooky team. So it goes right into the Electros, and I had switched out into my Hitmonlee. I don't know what he was predicting, but I just went for a knockoff to take off this Assault Vest because it needed to go away. Volt Switch, I knew I can live a Volt Switch from an Electros because Hitmonlee does have some very, very decent special bulk. I kind of want to run an Assault Vest Hitmonlee. I think it'd be kind of fun. Anyway, I switched to the Jellicent, and the knockoff was kind of obvious, but at the same time, I didn't want my Hitmonlee's normal gym to be knocked off because that's a good thing to actually have. So he's going to switch out into his Jellicent, and I go for the Fake Out. I should have went for the knockoff, but I wanted to get chip damage on the thing. Goes to the Wisp, burns the Electros. Electros is a Pokemon I don't really care if it's burned because it's pure special, no physical moves at all. Opponent switches out to the Claydol. It's not really a prediction because Giga Drain will hurt Jellicent as well. So yeah. Anyway, I go for another Giga Drain. Takes down to 12%. The Rock's an big deal because I can just default him away with my Flygon. Goes to the side shop, does literally nothing, and I go over flamethrower predicting the switch into the tank growth, but it still kills. I just didn't get any health back, which is kind of unfortunate, but I was predicting the tank growth switch in. Goes for Focus Blast, I live that shit, go for the T-Bolt, that type goes down to 42%, we get the para hack, we get the paralyze, which is so priceless. Go for a Volt Switch, I'm like, damn. Electros, you still have utility, I can save you for Death Fodder. Go into the Flygon, and right now I believe he's going to go into the Jellicent, which tells me he either has the Wisp or the Ice Beam. So we're going to predict that, go into the Electros to have it for Death Fodder, and he does reveal to have the Ice Beam. That's good knowledge on me. So going to Hitmonlee here. Hitmonlee doesn't have a lot of utility against the team, so we're going to knock off the leftovers, and he's going to Wisp my Hitmonlee. He's like, thanks, I kind of wanted you to kill it, but I get another free knockoff, so that's not too bad there. Knockoff, and I knock off things Rocky Helmet, which is good. Very, very good. So that worked out for me. In the end, go with the Poison Jab, and we get the douchebag Poison, which is so stupid. Goes to Synthesis just to stall the Purr, which, fine by me, I want Hitmonlee to die. That was my plan the entire time, was for him to die. So now we go to the Durant, and he switches out into the Jellicent, and I go straight for X Scissors, not playing around. Honestly, I could have Home Clawed. I probably could have Home Clawed and outsped the Electros and probably O-coded it, but it didn't matter to me. Going to the Flygon, he goes to the T-Bolt. I don't know what he was predicting. I guess predicting the Houndoom to come in. He didn't want to give me the Flash Fire boost. So, fair enough there, good sir. I'm going to defog the rocks away because it's my perfect time to defog. And I am fast, so I'm going to U-turn. That does some pretty decent damage. And we'll switch into the Houndoom now, because Houndoom is just a monstrosity of nature. Houndoom's got seeded. Oh well, doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna go straight for the Fire Blast right here to hit the Fire Blast and OHKO the Electros because Houndoom is a monster. He's a beast. In comes the Amy Bomb, and I'm gonna switch back out into my Flygon. This Flygon can take your hits. It's gonna low kick my Flygon. Like Flygon says, I don't care. I don't care about your damn Amy Bomb. I'm a Flygon. I'm a defensive man. Goes to double hit. So I'm guessing he's Technician. A Technician Amy Bomb is what I'm guessing. Which, that's really all they really are is Technician. Go for the Durant. He is going to low kick my Durant, which does some decent damage because Durant is pretty heavy. Missed the Iron Head. Like, son of a bitch, I missed Iron Head. Oh, well, I can always set up and get something else. Going to Flygon. It's going to low kick me again. Flygon don't care. Flygon just do not care about that damn Amy Bomb. He really doesn't. He's going to double hit and miss, so this allows me to get the Roost off. So that is good, so I can definitely live more hits. And basically, I'm just trying to stall him out on the Life Orb, and my opponent forfeits. That was GG, Miss Don Stellas. So anyways, on to the third and final replay. So my opponent has a very, very spooky team. He has a Volturn team. So I hard switch into the Jellicent. He goes to the U-turn for a very, very smart play in his part. So that way he gains a switch initiative and gains momentum. Goes into Magneton. And the Magneton's here. I can take a Magneton hit. I'm especially defensive. I'm especially bulky. I go for the Scald. And I was kind of hoping to hit the Flygon. It really was. But it goes into Tank Growth, which is a really, really good move for his part. Now, the Tank Growth, I'm not sure on the item. The only thing I can think of is him being Assault Vested. Because he's not Life Orb, he's not Lefties, you know, he's not Rocky Helmet, he's gotta be Assault Vest. It's the only thing I can really think of. Now, I hard switch out into my Houndoom, and he switches out into his Flygon. Now, I'm not sure on the Flygon set, but I'm definitely sure it's physical. He's probably Bandit, in my opinion. So I'm guessing the Flygon is Bandit. Because, you know, that would still a lot of damage. So anyway, I am unleashing the Unburnt Hitmonlee very, very early because I need to punch a hole through his team. Like, that is my goal right now. Punch a big-ass hole through his fucking team. That is what I'm trying to do. He's going to knock off my Hitmonlee. He's like, why are you going to knock off my... I already used my item. That's kind of stupid. But pretty much, this is this plan, Stan. Just punch a hole. I need to punch a giant hole in his team so I can definitely start dishing out some damage. So anyway, the damage has been dealt. We took out the Flygon, we took out the Hitmontop. Houndoom's gonna come on it and gonna kill me with a Sucker Punch. Because Life Orb and Hitmonlee is not the best physically defensive. So Electro's gonna come in, Electro's like, oh yeah, I don't care about you. And she goes to Tangrowth, and I'm gonna T-Bolt. T-Bolt to Tangrowth. I go for the Volt Switch predicting that Houndoom to come in, but he doesn't. I guess he doesn't know how to Flamethrower. Go to the Houndoom, he's gonna knock off. It's like, okay, fair is fair, knock off my Life Orb. And I go for the Dark Pulse, not the Fire Blast, because Houndoom is still around. I don't want him to get the Flash Fire boost. That would be very bad for me. I'm going to switch out into the Flygon, and he's got the Vacuum Wave. Vacuum Wave Polygraph. Life Orb. That is a pretty cool idea. I didn't even know Polygraph could get Vacuum Wave. That's actually pretty cool. So he's got Ice Beam. It's like, okay, I see what you're doing here, Mr. Bond, Mr. Ryu. Goes into Magneton. Go for X Scissor, and he's gonna trap me, and I'm gonna go for the superpower. Like, okay, I kill the superpower. I missed the superpower, and my Durant dies. Like, oh man, that really did stink. That really sucked. Like that really did suck. So Electro's gonna come on in, gonna Flamethrower. I don't know why you didn't switch. I was like, come on, Houndoom switching. Like, do you not know what Electros to do? So now I just switch with the Houndoom, knowing that I have Flamethrower now. Predict that Go Reverse is doing some decently good damage to the Houndoom. Switch out into my Flygon. Flygon can definitely take a Fire Blast. It can definitely take a Dark Pulse. And I'm going to kill a Dragon Tail. So that is a big annoying threat out of the way. That's a big annoying threat. Flygon, I'm going to let die here. Pretty much Flygon is going to die. Has really no more uses. We're going to Electros. Electros can pretty much 1v1 his entire freaking team. Goes in Magneton. I'm going to T-Bolt. That does a lot of damage for resisted hit. Flash Cannon, I'm a Soul Fest. I don't really care. Flamethrower, kill the Magneton. Electros, definitely the Wing Condition right here, right now. And I go for the Volt Switch, predicting the Polygraph to come in. So go into my Houndoom, and it goes for the Giga Drain. Like, okay, I don't really care. I am a Houndoom, and I'm gonna try to be cheeky and go for the Fire Blast. I miss Fire Blast, which is annoying, and EQs my Houndoom. I wanted to try to tilt with the Houndoom, but I'm going to Flamethrower, and that does OKO the Tangrowth. And then the Polygraph really can't do anything to my Electros. Electros, definitely the Super Uber Wing Edition. That's 28%. And T-Bolt will kill the Polygraph. And that was a GG, a good game to Mr. Ryu X200. Guy just leaves. I don't know why he just doesn't say GG, because that was a good game. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the battles, and I'll see you guys in the next recordings and videos. Bye.